everybody doing tonight? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. All right, starting off as always, I want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We do that because He's the reason why that flag flies. He is the reason why this is a blessed and prosperous land, and we are all blessed. We give Him thanks first and foremost, as always. Guys, not going to talk all tonight. I know you got a lot of business to do. I'm going to give you the short, fast, hard, abbreviated version. Guys, we have got to get to work like never before because we have things to do in this state, in this nation. We have got problems, like they used to say in Vietnam, like they used to say in the wars. We have enemy in the wire. Not only do we have enemy in the wire, you found that thing. What Democratic hellhole did you find that thing in? That is that rainbow striped up painted jackass that we're talking about. There it is. For those of y'all that don't know the story, I might tell you the story here in a minute, but wow, I can't remember anybody believe that story. I can't believe the impact that story actually made. But gosh, this thing's got me all thrown off. I feel like I'm on an episode of Rick and Morty's last year. Now take that thing. Hey Ray, come get this thing and put it in the car. We're going to take it with us. But we got serious work to do, folks. Not only do we have enemy inside the wire, still here they're painted up, striped up, uniform, jackass. That was great. I don't know who came up with that idea, but God bless you.
That was me.
Fantastic. Somebody got a picture of that, right? So, not only do we have enemy inside the wire, we've got it inside the headquarters. All right, at the highest level, we've got enemy inside the headquarters. Now I'm going to talk to you about something for a minute. It's probably going to get me in trouble with WRAL, some of the more liberal media outlets out there. But again, you've heard me say this 1,000 times. I don't care what they say about me. I'm not going to allow the fear of the news media to not allow me to tell the truth. It's not going to do it. You can turn my words around. I'll be in good company because here it is. Somebody said this to me the other day. They said, well, you know they're going to take everything you say out of context. Guess who else they took everything out of context with? Everything that came out of Jesus Christ's mouth, they took it out of context. And people are still taking his words out of context.
Yep.
You can take the truth out of context all you want to, but that don't make it any less the truth. The truth is what needs to be told in this nation, in this state today. And here it is. You know, we've heard a lot about January 6th. Every time I turn the TV on, there's another thing on it. Oh, the January 6th riots. We got a president that say it's worse than the Civil War. We got a news media that acting like it's the worst thing since the New York draft riots. My question for all these folks is, where were you last summer? Did you not see what happened on the streets of cities across this nation last summer? Did you not see Raleigh on fire? Did you not see Greensboro on fire? Did you not see Winston-Salem on fire? Did you not see Portland, Oregon, literally run over by terrorist thugs? And they called them protesters. And some of the same ones that are crying about January 6th are some of the same ones that posted bail for the thugs that assaulted police officers and burned down police stations and burned down private and public buildings all across this nation. We got a lot of hypocrisy going on, folks. That hypocrisy is dangerous. We got to stand up against it. Look, there's nobody else in this country that can fix these problems except us. People ask me all the time, what can we do about it? What we can do about it is cut the television on, get up off the couch, and go out and get involved. That's what we can do about it. And we have got to. Every issue that we face right now will be fixed by us. But it's gonna take hard work. I was just sitting in that chair right there thinking, how in the world are you going to get up here and give this speech? How are you going to get up here and give this speech? I'm wore out, I'm tired. But here it is. Whenever I think about being wore out and being tired, you know, somebody get this on their phone and probably end up on Facebook, but I ain't no little weak gymnast that quits when you go and get stuff. Now, I don't quit when the going gets tough. Been plenty of times when I've been in the car, tired, dog tired. Want to turn around and go back home. You see, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not like somebody out there flipping around on TV on some monkey bars out there trying to get a gold medal for myself. I'm doing this for a bigger cause. I'm doing this for this state. I'm doing it for this nation. I'm doing this for my grandchildren and their children. So they can have the kind of life that I had, a life of freedom. They can decide their own destiny. So we got work to do. Now, what is that work we got to do? Folks, 2022 is coming up. Everybody asks, what can we do about old Roy Cooper? You don't have to do a thing with Roy Cooper. Here's what we're going to do with Roy Cooper. What you're going to do is you're going to find out who your senator is, who your person in the House of Representatives in North Carolina is. If you like that person, you're going to fight like him to keep him in office. If you don't like them and they're not doing what you want them to do, you're going to fight like him to get them out. Because we need our supermajorities back in our House and our Senate, in our legislature in Raleigh. And if we get that supermajority back, Governor Cooper won't matter. We can shake the bill. We can veto the bill. We can override his veto. For 2 years, he'll be ineffective. But it's all going to come down to how much hard work we do before it. To get those folks elected into office who will do what we want them to do, which is preserve our freedom, protect our Constitution, state and federal, and run our government by some constitutional, conservative principles. That is what gets things done. You look at New York, you look at California. Where are those people leaving? They're leaving those states. Where they're going? They're going to South Dakota under Kristi Noem. They're going down to Florida under Ron DeSantis. They're going down to Texas under Reagan Day. And yes, they are coming here to North Carolina because even though we have a far left-leaning governor who, you know, right now, I'm sorry, wouldn't know right to jump up and slap him across the face. They still see the conservative principles at work in this state. Businesses like Apple and other businesses are coming here because they know that the principles that we have, that conservative Republicans have put in place since 2010 have our economy absolutely on fire. The only thing we need to continue that and to continue to build on that is hard work. Is hard work. And I say that because that is the one element that has been missing oftentimes in this process that we call the democratic process. Everybody talks about the issues. Everybody complains about the issues. But you all know that when it's time to show up to a meeting, how many show up to the meeting? All those thousands of people who complain, only 3 or 4 show up to the meeting. We've got to start showing up, folks. Somebody told me the other day they saw a bumper sticker that said, those who show up end up in control. Those who show up end up in control. We got to start showing up. At every turn, we got to start showing up, folks. You know, the greatest lesson that I learned from giving that speech at the city council, the greatest lesson that I learned is that absolutely nothing can replace the human touch. Showing up in person. You can post on Facebook all day long. You can run a podcast all day long. You can talk to your neighbors all day long. But until you are ready to show up and put some skin in the game, things will not change. You ask me what I look for in candidates that I support. That's the number one thing that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a candidate who's going to get up here behind this podium and put some skin in the game. Who's going to look directly at the camera and say that abortion is murder. Yeah. And disturbed in this state. Yeah. And it must be heard for us to move forward properly. I'm looking for some folks that are going to stand up and put some skin in the game and get up here behind this podium and say there are not but 2 genders, male and female. Yeah. give them everything that they deserve when they come home.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for somebody that's going to put some skin in the game that's going to say, hey, look here, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. I don't care what you say. When it's time to ante up and stand next to somebody, I'm going to back the blue, not you.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones that are keeping peace on our street. That's what I'm looking for. And I know that's what you're looking for. And I make this solemn promise to you right now. They say politicians make promises all the time. Let me tell you like this, there ain't no politician. Never have been, never will be. I'm not any good at politics. I got a little guy that reminds me about politics sometimes, the political ramifications, what might happen politically. But oftentimes, I just kind of look at it and shake my head and say, yeah, that's great. Because here it is. We have a bigger calling, folks. We have a larger calling. People talk about this nation. They want to say this nation is not a Christian nation. This nation is absolutely a Christian nation. The reason why this nation is blessed like it is, I believe, is because our founders saw fit in our founding doctrine, that Declaration of Independence, to finally acknowledge that man's rights come from the Almighty, not from a king, or a senator, or a president, but from the Almighty. Because they did that, I believe God has richly blessed this nation. And in every turn, in every difficulty, in every calamity, we have turned to Him to help us out of it. Now is no different. We need to lean on the Christian faith that built this nation and the principles thereof in order to sustain this nation. And I truly believe that if we do that, and that if we get up and we put in the work, we can fix the issues that we face. We can fix school indoctrination. We can fix this problem that we have with our voter integrity. We can fix this problem that we have with defund the police and Antifa and Black Lives Matter. We can fix these problems that we have of our children being sexualized in our schools. We can fix every problem we have if we lean back on those old time-honored principles that have always sustained us. A love of God, a love of freedom, and the principles that have built this nation. So guys, I encourage you, stay strong and work hard. And listen, you're going to hear this a lot. You're going to hear, oh, what can you do about it? You're just one person. You're old. You're fat. You're uneducated. You're out of shape. What can you do about it? You're going to hear that. People are going to ride you and say, no, you're too old to do anything about it. You're not educated enough. You need to look back to that faith and be reminded that Moses was facing Pharaoh and his army, a professional soldier. Moses was an old man with a stick standing in the Red Sea, being chased by Pharaoh and his powerful army. But when Moses stuck that stick in the Red Sea was parted, and his people marched through, and Pharaoh was drowning. An old man with a stick defeated the most powerful army in Egypt. God Almighty has told us, Jesus Christ has told us the same miracles that He did His day, and that was done in His day, we can do it today. It's just a matter of us standing up, being proud, being unafraid, and being willing to step up, put some skin in the game, to make sure that this nation is free for future generations. I'm ready to do it, and I hope you're ready to do it too. Thank you all. God bless this town, and God bless the great state of North Carolina. Thank you.
Yeah.
You like praying.
Hey, come get this dog.
You like praying. The Lieutenant Governor told us that he likes train sets, so we bought him his very own train set, Thoroughbred. What a fitting name thank Miss Robinson for coming and for her blessing on us. You know, she's a wonderful woman. Now the governor, the governor is going to be leaving. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much.
This is Doxy Mom reporting live at this Republican event with Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. Woo! God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Share this. Please share this.